I would say that to experience a Manapua is to truly experience part of Hawaii's culture. If you're visiting Hawaii and you want to know what the locals eat, you gotta include Manapua in part of that.
In the islands, our ethnic melting pot has created a diverse community of ʻONO, or delicious food. Let's take a closer look at our local cuisine, here on ʻONO.
Manapua is such a popular item in Hawaii because it's one of the iconic Hawaii comfort foods. It's just like the culture of Hawaii. It's a blend of multiple cultures coming together.
Elliot Chun is the president of Chun Wah Kam Noodle Factory. The family business opened in 1942 in Honolulu's Chinatown, where they provided noodle products to restaurants across Hawaii. Today, the company's menu has expanded to include many plate lunches and local favorites, including the Manapua.
Anyone from Hawaii knows what it means to break open a Manapua and take a bite. I think that's why we've been so successful with this product. It is very iconic Hawaii food.
So, here in Hawaii, we're all descended from the plantation days cultures where there's Filipino, Chinese, Japanese, of course, Hawaiian. Back in the day, the workers would get together and share their lunches and share their foods. And pretty soon, some of these things start to really fuse together like a real fusion kind of cuisine.
The Chinese immigrants in the late 19th century coming to work the plantations, they brought over the Chinese char bao. As the cultures blended, we developed a bigger bun. It's sealed on the bottom versus the Chinese bao, which is sealed on top. It's lighter, it's fluffier, it's sweeter. And this became the Hawaii's version of the char bao, the Manapua.
When the Chinese people brought it out, the Hawaiians called it Mea ʻONO pua'a, which loosely translated is the delicious pork pastry. I don't know how it morphed, but it became Manapua. Nobody else calls it Manapua.
So the Manapua comes in all different varieties, but the most popular filling is char, and that comes in either a steamed bread or a baked bread.
Making a Manapua is a simple process. Dough is mixed with sugar and yeast to create the lumps of dough. By hand, the dough is flattened and wrapped around the char meat.
Char siu is a Chinese-style barbecue pork, and they chop it up. Some places shred it finer than others, and that's, again, a matter of preference.
We take filling that we've pre-made, because it needs to be cold, and we wrap that in our dough. Those are left to proof. Then they are either steamed or baked, depending on the variety, and brought out immediately for our customers for sale.
The topic of steamed versus baked is highly discussed amongst locals, but which Manapua is the most popular?
There's always debate about which is the most popular. You either have team steam or team baked.
Char siu baos are filled with barbecue pork, right? The original was steamed. You'll see this all the time at Chinese restaurants, the steamed version, but a lot of people in Hawaii like the baked version because it's sweeter. It's a very polarizing subject. So people get really opinionated, and there's like little fights and arguments that break out because it's like, no, you're wrong. This is my favorite. No, this is my favorite. And we debate on why we like it better.
In our experience, the sales are about equal, with maybe steamed edging out baked just a little bit. We found that people in Hawaii still want Manapua. In the past decades, we have introduced different fillings. We have ube fillings, curry chicken, lapchong, kalua pig, things like that.
I don't know, something about the flavor of Hawaii foods, it evokes a bit of nostalgia. So I have some cousins who live in Nebraska, and whenever they come home or come back to Hawaii, which is not very often, when they bite into it, you can see on their faces like, oh my God, I'm home.
Whether steamed or baked, the char siu-filled bun known as Manapua is the perfect local comfort food and the perfect example of Hawaii's ʻONO food culture.